It is all about injury rumors right now on the Ohio State Football Report, specifically because it is Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate, right? That's why we will continue to discuss the rumors and reactions from fans, media, so on and so forth. What you want to do is be sure when you get up to date watching the Ohio State Football Report, you share with another fan. The most asked question right now is what's going on with Tate? What's going on with Smith? Imagine being the one who's completely in the know and can immediately respond with the video. So be sure to share. Media and fans alike continue to react to Ryan Day's comments yesterday about the Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate injuries. And again, Day really didn't say much, and that was the issue for fans and media. College football in general, I will remind you, the injury reports, the injury reporting, very light. There's not much info out there, thus there is not much info shared. Real quick, we'll run through those comments once again. I did have them in our video yesterday, so if you want to go back and get a deeper breakdown of the comments themselves, you can do that. Day, just talking injuries in general, wasn't specific to either guy. You know, our policy is that we don't discuss specifics on injuries, and that once you start going down a little bit here, a little bit there, you can create a problem. So for a number of reasons, we don't discuss those things. As far as like when the guys will get back and asked about their ability to move forward, we put out the report the day of the game, but I can tell you that, you know, they're in great spirits and the medical staff is working hard. So maybe you're thinking, maybe you're overreacting, but maybe you see those comments and you think to yourself, what's the big deal? Why are fans freaking out? Why is everybody going crazy? It's all about the unknown here. That's the issue. That's the debate. And some of you argue there is no injuries to debate. There is no big deal debate. Maybe, but we don't know that for sure because the unknown is what's put out there right now from Ryan Day and Ohio State. And again, I don't fully blame him on that front. Like I said, college football in general, they say that's part of the game, right? That's kind of how it works and kind of how it flows in college football. We got reaction, plenty of reaction, a little bit from some Bucknuts contributors yesterday, and we'll talk more about Dillon Davis in a second. The Doug Lesmerises and Bill Landis podcast, they were talking about the concern for how Ryan Day's delivering, and the main concern from Dillon Davis was, and we talked about this in our last video, we'll get to it at the end of this one, is the media is concerned, and Dillon Davis specifically, who's been there since 2019, the Jackson Smith and Jigba situation, which again, we'll hear more about. That's what concerns Buckeye fans, and again, Davis, it's what concerns Dillon Davis, is that you're in another situation like that. So, as far as going forward, these two guys, if you had to guess, I know a lot of you have voiced your opinion, I want to know specifically, when will we see Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate next, if you had to guess? Is it Saturday against Rutgers, or do you think they'll be held out and we will see them next in the game against Michigan? Type R for the Rutgers game or M for the Michigan game. And again, Davis covering Ohio State football for a while now for the Delaware Gazette. And he was on that podcast. As I said, he was asked to give his worry level, said 40 out of 100. Then after Day's comment, 60 is what Dillon Davis had to say. The media is concerned a little bit here. The media that knows Ryan Day well, knows the program well, knows the players well, they're getting more and more concerned. Another note here from Anthony Schlegel, the former Ohio State linebacker, just how the Buckeyes handle injuries and weighing in a little bit. And he's a strength coach, so I appreciate this opinion. I did want to get it in there for you guys. I consider him media at this point. You know, he's done some strength coaching and coaching with Ohio State, and obviously was a great player there. They're going to do whatever is best for the player and the team, and in those situations, the player first. Again, the media being concerned, the media taking issue and upping their worry level. That worries me, right? Because fans go nuts, fans go crazy, fans, either tell people to relax or this, that, and the fourth. But the media itself being concerned, it worries me. It worries me. Also worries me, haven't heard from Jeremiah Smith, right? No subtweets, no statements, no likes, no crazy Instagram stories. I'd kill for a Jeremiah Smith Instagram story right now that see you Saturday or see you for the game, whatever it is, which, by the way, I fully believe Jeremiah Smith will play against Michigan. That's my opinion. Now, Tate spoke, in a way, again, to social media. He liked a tweet saying, "I swear, man, some Ohio State fans are the most gullible people ever, LOL. No, Carnell Tate is not done for the year." Somebody tweeted that, and Carnell Tate liked it. That was closer to Saturday. Rumors flying around. Tate finally getting on the horn a little bit there, not really saying anything. And again, as much as colleges don't reveal much information, definitely seems like the players are coached well not to give much information as well. In a second here, the rumors are all connected to questions, right? What are the biggest injury questions that people are asking about Ohio State right now? I'll give you mine here in just a second. I do want to let you guys know today's episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. The hard-hitting football action is even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups. Want to make sure I got that number right for you guys. $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. You can follow other Prize Picks players directly on the app and copy their lineups in one click. It can be a friend, celebrity partner, or just someone whose picks you like. Hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create in the new feed tab. I copied this bad boy off producer Aiden. The Ravens and Jets going at it. It's Tyrod, not Tyrod, by the way. Make sure you get that right going into the game. More rushing yards for Derrick Henry, 86.5. Because we went more there, we'll go less on Lamar Jackson. Passing yards, 218.5. And Tyrod Taylor, more getting his shot. 181.5 passing yards. I thought, why not? It's Tyrod's day. We'll go more. Now, also on Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, you can choose Flex Play, where you can get paid even more on your picks if it misses, if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the Power Play. No matter how you play, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. Download the app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Let's get some questions out there. This is what I've seen. This is what I personally have grabbed from the situation. So it's from you guys. It's from me. It's from the media. I think these are the questions kind of being asked right now. You can call them rumors if you want. What is the exact injury with, you can say it's Tate or it's Smith. Jeremiah Smith specifically, I've noted this a couple times, that post-game limp. Oh, it's his back. It's his hamstring. It's his leg. I don't know what the injury is. We don't have the details. That's why that question is being asked so much with Jeremiah Smith, that post-game viral limp. And that's dangerous when you don't know the injuries, because when you don't know the injuries, everybody gets to play doctor, right? And that's where things get a little rowdy, if you will. Discussing Jeremiah Smith a little bit, not giving too much information, calling it a nagging issue. I don't like. Nagging doesn't normally go away easily. Usually comes back again and again and again. And as noted by Ryan Day, not going to discuss specifics of the injuries, right? That's the whole point behind this question specifically for the Buckeyes. It applies to Tate. It applies to Smith more. Tate, we got the tightness quote 2 weeks ago, that he was tight in warmups. But for Smith, not much on what's actually going on there. Next question that's going to go with that is severity. How severe is it, right? I keep harping back to the James Franklin quote that was like, Drew Aller's out for the season. Didn't want to answer any more questions. Didn't want to talk any more about it. Made that blanket statement. And Carnell Tate, that's the worry for me, is he was tight 2 weeks ago in warmups. No big deal. We'll hold him out. Well, the next week, no update. We're going to hold him out again. Now Saturday, heading into what is senior day, he's going to the NFL most likely, so it's most likely his senior day. And the update is he's trying to get back. We've been holding him out, so on and so forth. I don't know if he's going to play at Rutgers. We don't know what's wrong with him, and we're not really sure if he's getting better. I mean, if you knew what was hurt and the severity of it, fans or doctors could even weigh in and kind of break it down a little more Again, in the NFL, they have to give multiple injury reports, and it can usually be broken down. The quote from Ryan Day, and people did not like this, by the way, they're working hard to get back on the field. You also saw the good spirits thing earlier. Man, how many times has someone been sick or injured or something, and they're in good spirits, and you're like, geez, not good on that front. So again, when you don't have much information, rumors fly, people get concerned. How concerned are you? That's my question when it comes to Carnell Tate specifically. It was tightness. Now it's 2 weeks of not playing, and now we just really don't know what's going on. Feel free to get down into the comment section and let me know. Scale it 1 to 10, your concern level over Carnell Tate's injury. Now, lastly, everybody wants to know, right? I said share the video to keep people up to date. We agree, and we will keep you up to date here on the Ohio State Football Report. When will we know more? Ryan Day basically saying, and you're not going to like this answer. That's the key with this bad boy. The when will we know more of this situation? Probably like last week, an hour before kickoff in a way too late injury report. That's just what Ohio State does. That's what Day said. We don't give details on the injuries, and we put the injury report pretty close to kickoff day of the game. You know, you saw exactly what he said was just, hey, it's day of the game. That's when we have to put it out. That's when we put it out. I've seen SEC injury reports are ready to rock Thursday, Friday, way before the game on Saturday. Ohio State was not uploaded, ready to go until about an hour before. So that is the situation as far as it goes with when we will know more. I hate to give you that answer. Probably not till Saturday, close to game time. So make sure you do follow along with us here on the Ohio State Football Report. And we mentioned it earlier. I'll bring it all back. I think there is a fear that we have another Jackson Smith-Njigba. Even Nick Bosa, who tore it, I believe it was his core. He ripped his core open. Said he would get surgery and come back later in the year, and then just never came back. Right, went to the NFL draft. Same with Njigba. Njigba actually tried to come back. And that was what Dillon Davis was talking about, that Ryan Day said Njigba's on a snap count. Then he played, and he's like, did he leave because he got hurt or the snap count? And Day was like, snap count. And then we never saw Njigba again. So a lot of fans fear something similar. I don't think that's this. I think we're close to the Michigan game. I think Jeremiah Smith has been vocal about wanting to beat Michigan. I think Carnell Tate is really coming up as a wide receiver. Probably feels more like this is his team. These guys will come back. I fully believe that. I know there's some questions and rumors about when and how, and Ryan Day doing this all on purpose. That's the worst rumor I've heard, so I'm not putting that in the video much. But I do believe this is not a Jackson Smith-Njigba situation, and we will see the boys back on the field soon. We will keep you updated. As I said, you want to make sure you're subscribed, whether it's a short or a longer video. We're going to get you the up-to-date, breaking, relevant news, rumors, anything going on with Ohio State football as they continue to deal with these injuries.